What it do, Dream Team? It's your boy D Neal back with another reaction video. Here we are back again with Miss Haley Alexis. I have more rights in Germany than I do in the USA. I am an American citizen. That's a sad statement already. So we're going to jump into the video. Before we jump in, make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media, Patreon, all up top. You don't subscribe to any of it, put all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me. Shoot, man, I'll talk back. If you guys got a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. What we got?
Hi everyone, what is up? My name is Haley. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you did not know, now you do. Hey you guys, what's up? So, housekeeping you guys, if you don't want to watch this part of the video, you can look at the chapters down below and you can skip to the actual intro, but I gotta say a few things since this is a very controversial and triggering topic. Y'all, I know I said I'd stray away from these videos, but it's like every day that I wake up, the United States is offering an uppercut for me, and it's like, we take 3 steps forward, then we take 3,000 steps backwards, and I'm like, what the heck is happening? I would just like one day to not be completely flabbergasted by what is happening. And the thing is, I know amazing things are happening in the United States right now, but they are overshadowed by the horrible atrocities that are taking place in our country currently. And so yeah, this video is a rant. It's not going to be organized. It's going to be all over the place. It's not going to be chronological. It's just going to be a discussion I'm having with my camera, beziehungsweise you guys. And so yeah, I also want to say thank you to everyone that has left a comment, liked a video, subscribed to my channel the past couple of weeks. It means a lot to me. It's overwhelming, but I'm navigating through it. I also want to give another huge thank you to everyone that has left a super thanks. I know I've been saying this recently, but the past videos that I've been uploading, you guys, are not ad friendly. They're not collaboration sponsorship friendly. They're not user friendly. And so super thanks are really helping with the deficit. Not saying that you guys need to leave me a super thanks. I'm just really saying thank you to the people that have done it in my previous uploads. So yeah, with all that being
I definitely feel you on that ad-friendly stuff, man. Some of the videos I react to aren't, and so that it's frustrating. It's like, but I mean, it is what it is. It is, you roll with the punches. But so I definitely understand where she's coming from with thanking for the super thanks, and definitely big time. Just shout out to anyone who supports you. Anyone who watches your videos, anyone who's willing to leave a like, anyone who's willing to leave a comment, whether it's positive or negative. Same as her, I thank you guys, man, because, I mean, you guys are why I do this, right? Without you guys, I wouldn't have a channel, so, but keep it going, Haley.
Thank you to the people that have done it in my previous uploads. So yeah, with all that being said, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to, did I say subscribe? Comment, as long as you're not crazy. So as some of you guys might have already heard, the United States has taken away the constitutional protection for women to have an abortion. And they have given the responsibility and the power to the United States to decide whether or not they want to restrict or ban abortions. It was shocking on one hand, but on the other hand, it wasn't, because information was leaked and we sort of knew that this was going to happen. We just didn't know when. So I knew I was getting stabbed in the back, but I think what really dug the knife in and added insult to injury were 2 things that happened around the same time, one in Germany and one in the United States.
Oh, wow.
In the United States, the day prior to this wonderful ruling coming out was that states could not decide whether or not people could carry a firearm, or who could carry a firearm, or where you could carry a firearm. They decided that states couldn't do that. And I was just thinking to myself, how is it that an inanimate metal object has more rights than I do as a citizen in the United States? Mind-boggling. And then the other thing that happened was that in Germany, which is so ironic and sort of hilarious, but not funny. It's a joke, but it's not a joke. Got rid of the ban on advertising for abortions. Not advertising in the sense that you're going to see a commercial about getting an abortion in Germany, but that doctors and physicians could put on their website that they offered the service. They could include a comprehensive explanation or educational explanation about the procedure, and they basically got rid of that restriction, that this is allowed to happen in Germany. So Germany is progressing in this manner, and the United States is not progressing. And so
Regression. But yeah, I've always stood on the side of It's a woman's choice. It's her choice to choose, and I don't think I think Roe v. Wade should have never been overturned. I'll just say it like that. I think Roe v. Wade shouldn't have been overturned. I don't think that's a right that they should have left to each state. I feel like that's a right that should have stayed as a national federal right. I don't know how to say it, but yeah, you should be able to get this procedure, and you shouldn't have to stress about being locked up or just anything bad happening because you went through with getting this procedure. For me personally, I don't think that. If you disagree, then I understand that.
And the United States is not progressing. And so the main underlying point for this video is that I have more rights aside from, the whole gun thing. I have more rights as an immigrant, as a foreigner in Germany than I do as an American citizen in my country, which makes it sound that I am living in a third world, underdeveloped country. This is something you hear the United States talk about Russia, North Korea, a lot of places in the Middle East. This is literally, they talk about how people come to the United States to escape the shackles of dictatorship and communism and socialism. They come here because we have the freedoms. And it's like, this is also why people leave certain countries that they live in to go to other countries, to escape the bans, the restrictions, and the laws that are placed on certain groups of people. We are literally a walking hypocrisy. Why are we not more upset about this? And the thing is, a lot of people are upset, but the problem is that it's most likely not going to change anything. And that's the sad thing. Our political system, I've made videos about this on my channel, you guys, is a crock of crap. It's outdated. It needs to be revamped, refurbished, renewed. I don't know what other needs to be in there. It needs to have a rebirth because it's not working. It cannot be that 9 people at the top make the decisions that dictate the lives of millions of people.
And I completely agree with. I completely 100% agree with that because I've seen there's so much like polls where so many people feel a certain way about a law or something, and then you got this small group of people that feel this way, the different way about that law, and the small group of people like basically get their way, like the law doesn't change or it changes for that small group of people at the top where you got so many people in favor of something else, and it just doesn't work out in their favor. And it baffles me. It's like, if the government is for the people are telling you what they want, but yet you're not doing. You're going against what the people are saying they want. So you're not really for the people, for the profit. Talk to me though, Haley.
At the top make the decisions that dictate the lives of millions of people. And these decisions, they're not small things like, oh yeah, you need to pay a 0.1% increase in taxes, or oh my gosh, you're not allowed to use this hate speech, you're not allowed to do that. No, it's medical necessities. Why have we slipped so far in the United States? How did we slip so far? We are digging ourselves. That's the thing, is that we blame so many other people and so many other countries, for our failure, for what we're doing wrong. But we are literally failing ourselves. We are digging ourselves into the ground. We're wasting resources, energy, money, time, everything on making our country worse. The problem, or the biggest, thing for me, is that the United States has the ability, the power, the money, everything available to make and do amazing things. And we have, and we will, but we also are doing some of the shittiest things in the world. We're supposed to be a beacon of doing the right thing, doing amazing things, of having freedoms, of having all of this stuff. And we are eliminating that consistently, with the coming years, or over the coming years. It's supposed to get better. As a society, we're supposed to improve, but we are literally going back in time, taking apart things that were really good for our society and trying to start from ground zero to build ourselves into, I guess, a police state, or the wild, wild west again, where everyone can carry guns, women have to stay home and have babies. I don't know, the man's in charge. It is what it is. And then
She said going back to the wild, wild west, man. I feel you though, Haley. I can feel I can feel and I can understand the frustration of where she's coming from. It's because we are the United States. We have so many resources. We have the ability to change these things, yet we're not changing them. And that's where the frustrating part is coming from, because we have the ability. It's like if you know better, you do better. Yet we know better and still not doing better. It's baffling.
Have babies. I don't know, the man's in charge. It is what it is. And then also, and this is something that I will consistently reiterate and sound like a broken record on my channel when talking about this, is that let's say Germany banned abortions. They said, you know what? Can't do them anymore. Okay, sucks, really shitty, but at least the bare minimum is that Germany offers safety nets for people. Hey, you have affordable health care, you have affordable health insurance, you have low infant mortality rates compared to the United States, you have low childbirth rates compared to the United States, you fund education, you believe in teaching history, you don't have formula shortages, you don't have diaper shortages, you don't have an overwhelmed, underfunded adoption system like in the United States. We offer paid maternity leave, paid family leave, we offer parents money, all of these things we offer to make at least having a child not so burdensome. In the United States, since we're so against these things, we're in an individualistic nation, nobody has access to that. Some people do, but it's a very tiny percentage of people. And so we're forcing people to have children in a system that does not give a rat's ass about them. And it also boggles my...
That's the point I don't understand. That's the point I don't understand, because I understand people I understand pro-life people, and they want these children to have a chance. They don't want that, but it's like you're forcing these people to have babies, but then nobody cares about the babies once they're born. Like, none of you people are gonna take those babies and raise them. You know what I'm saying? So you're forcing them to have the baby, yet you don't care after the baby's here. It's like your caring stops. Your caring stops about them. You just wanted them to get here, and now figure it out. Now you tell them, figure it out. And that's what's like. That's why I'm like, you decide to choose, because everyone has a different circumstance. Everyone is under different circumstances. I don't know everyone's circumstances, and it's not my business to be in everyone's circumstances. And so it's not my business to make choices for others. It's not my business to make choices for others, because I don't know what situation or circumstance you're in. But talk to him, Haley. I'm liking the rant right now.
Children
talk to him.
in a system that does not give a rat's ass about them. And it also boggles my mind that in the United States we talk about protecting children and abortion being the only way, yet we're having school shootings and nothing's happening about these school shootings.
Talk to them.
Seriously, oh, we're going to implement this new rule, that new rule, but we're not going to ban or restrict anything, you guys. That's not allowed. But abortions are going to protect children. What about the kids that are already
alive?
Born?
Exactly.
They're at school getting shot, their bodies getting demolished by guns. An abortion's not protecting them. What about the children that are in the adoption system that, I don't know, they'll end up homeless? What about the children that are in the adoption system that'll end up in poverty? What about the children that are already living in poverty and don't have access to good education, quality education?
It's like, if you're gonna care, then care all the way. If you're gonna take that stance, you're gonna care, then care all the way. Don't stop your caring once they're born. You feel me? Haley, you about to make me go on my own rant. Haley, keep going.
And don't have access to good education, quality education. What about those children? Abortion's not helping them. What are we doing right now to protect children in the United States? We're doing nothing. I'm sorry, we're doing a piss poor job at taking care of children in the United States. And when I hear people talk about, oh, well, that's the only way to protect children, that's not true. That's not true. I live in Germany. I witness it firsthand that that is not true. Heck, even with the sugar industry and the fast food industry in Germany, it's not as bad as the United States to promote child obesity, to promote child diabetes. That's not protecting children, yet we're still allowing that in the United States. And I'm like, out of all the things to protect children.
Money, you can't stop the profit. You can't stop. Yeah, and that's 100%. I definitely agree with that. But yeah, because this food. Now, don't get me wrong. I do enjoy fast food, but what do they say in? Not a lot of it. You got small amounts at certain times. You feel me? I don't just go out and eat fast food every day. I don't indulge in fast food all the time because I understand. But I mean, in gosh, I can't find the word, but y'all know what word I'm looking for. You could take it like one day a week, or you know what I'm saying? Let's go get a fast food meal. Let's go. And I mean, don't get me wrong, there's healthy fast food options, but if you're going to pick fast food, most likely you're not picking the healthy options. More than likely. Not all the time, more than likely. So understand where she's coming from with this. Keep talking, Haley.
Yet we're still allowing that in the United States. And I'm like, out of all the things to protect children, we choose abortion. And if you were a critical thinker, if you had context clues, any of that, you would realize that it's not about protecting children, that children, families, women more specifically, no one cares about. They are promoting and trying to push a capitalism machine. And the thing is, capitalism isn't always bad, you guys. You need capitalism sprinkled in for an economy and society to generally work. But if that is all you are doing, then it is going to be a failure. You have nothing to offer. You have people with piss poor morals, piss poor ethics. You have a government that's corrupt like no tomorrow, and creating this divide of people in a country that literally has united in the name. And also, our government system in the United States frustrates me to no end. This is also another thing of pushing the capitalism machine. People in power in the United States literally have tens and hundreds of millions of dollars sent out emails. The Democrats sent out emails asking for donations in a time of inflation and a time of economic uncertainty in the United States, asking for money while they're literally sitting in multi-million-dollar homes asking for money to fight the good fight. And I'm like, what have y'all been doing with the money before? This has been something that has been...
they ain't spending their own money, Haley. They not spending their own money. That's where they like, nah, we not gonna spend our own. We gonna spend y'all money. We'll ask for donation, but we not spending our money. You feel me?
What have y'all been doing with the money before? This has been something that has been consistently, continuously talked about. And now all of a sudden it's like, I can't believe that the Republicans did this. Why? Why can't you believe this? They've been talking about it for years. For as long as I can remember, they've been talking about this for years. What do you mean? And then have the audacity to ask poor people in the United States for money to fund their campaigns that are doing nothing to help the situation. If this happened in Germany, you guys, the government officials would be kicked out. They wouldn't be celebrated. They wouldn't be voted into office again. They would literally be shamed by the country. And the thing is, I sometimes feel like we are stuck between a rock and a hard place with our political system. It's like either the good cops or the bad cops, but the problem is that both of them are wolves in sheep's clothing. They don't want the best for us. And for me, the abortion decision was shocking. It was scary. It's sad. It's disheartening. It's all of these negative descriptions. But what's the scariest thing for me is the aftermath of this, of what path the United States is going to take. There are only like two ways that we can move from this. We can either improve or we can not improve. And if we don't improve, we're headed back into our history. And since we don't allow a comprehensive history lesson in the United States at school, I can only imagine how dark, how nasty, how more divided the United States will be. For me, the United States is like a parent-child relationship. I remember growing up, and when I was younger, I used to think my mom was invincible. She was Superwoman. She still is Superwoman, but I used to think that she could never make mistakes. And the thing is, when she used to make mistakes and I started realizing that, you know, she wasn't invincible, I was like, oh my gosh, what is happening? The thing is though, my mom, she made changes, proactively pushed herself to be better and to get herself out of mistakes and bad decisions. And the thing is, you know,
I was gonna say, I thought, cause I feel the same, but I thought my dad was more of like Superman, cause the fact that he was going through so much, going through certain circumstances, going through certain situations, yet he didn't show us. Yet we didn't know as kids, like, know what I'm saying? We always had like, and I'm just speaking about my situation. Some people aren't as fortunate, but we always had like food on the table. We always had clothes on our back. We always had a roof over our head, bed to sleep in. But we didn't, and so I didn't know the situation. That I never knew what situation he was going through. I was like, Dad got money, like, but as I grew older, you gain an understanding. I was like, he's more of a Superman because like going through all this yet not showing us, working all these freaking hours, ridiculous, just to make sure everything's provided for and we have no need. We don't want for, or we have everything we need. We might want certain stuff and not get it, but always make sure we had everything we need. And my parents are awesome for that. But so I understand what she means.
Better and to get herself out of mistakes and bad decisions. And the thing is, the United States isn't a parent that's proactive and changing and, you know, acknowledging their mistakes, apologizing for their mistakes and trying to do better. No, they are a toxic parent that sits there and drags you along with them and pulls you through the mud, trying to gain as much as they possibly can from you and leaving you in the dust when they're through with you. The United States will chew you up and spit you out so easily. Another day, another tragedy in the United States. And so yeah, maybe there'll be some good news happening sooner or later, you guys, because I think, you know, this is sort of getting to the point where it's too much, where the government is stepping, you know, too far over the boundary of what is acceptable. I'm hoping, keeping my fingers crossed, could be optimistic, too optimistic. But yeah, love you guys. Have a wonderful day and bye.
Yeah, I definitely understand her perspective in this video. I definitely understand why she's so frustrated. It is a frustrating thing to talk about. It is a frustrating thing to say. And it's not that it's coming from a place of like hating the USA. It's not coming from a place of trying to crap on the US. Because I definitely love America. Like, I understand we have so many problems that we need to fix. I love America. I feel like it comes from a place of love, and it's frustrating. It's like, because you love this country so much, yet you see all these problems that are so fixable, and it's like, you just want to shake. Why are you not fixing this? You have the capabilities. Why is this happening? And so it's coming from a place of frustration. But that's all we got for this one. If you guys got a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. I got social media, Patreon, all up top. You subscribe to any of it, put all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me. Love talking to you guys. You guys are the most incredible team on YouTube. It's your boy Neal, out.